I told you several months ago that comedy can often be a vehicle to make a broader, more important point. That's the reason comedy is supposed to be politically incorrect, and it is supposed to make people uncomfortable. I ran across an old segment from Ralphie May. Now, Ralphie May is no longer with us. He died due to complications from a heart attack several years ago. But I thought that this segment from one of his specials was beautiful and it articulated a broader point. I want you to watch this and then we'll talk about it.
It's a hologram. Racism in this country is a hologram. It's a tool used by the powers that be. It's a hologram. Racism in this country is a hologram. It's a tool used by the powers that be to keep us, the populace, looking at each other instead of looking up and seeing what they're doing. All right? And they use it, White people are like, oh, don't go over there. Those black people, they're stealing white babies. Oh, Lord, Jesus, just stay away from them black people. The black people are going to get you. All right? And black folks, y'all were the same thing. Those cracker-ass white people, they're putting stuff in chicken, make your junk fall off. Nuh-uh. The truth of the matter is, it's rich and poor. Like where I grew up in Arkansas, there was no black or white. We're all broke, okay? What's your color? Poor, okay? And that's the truth of the matter, When you eat your cereal out of a Cool Whip bowl stained with chili or spaghetti sauce, does it really matter if you're black or you're white? You're broke. It's a
Now, when this came across my feed, this segment from Ralphie May that I just played for you, I couldn't help but make a video about it. Why? Because I believe it articulates an important point. I believe that Ralphie May had his finger on something here, and he articulated through comedy ideas that a lot of us have been trying to articulate for a long time, but haven't been able to get traction with a lot of people. But it's something very important. There are people in this country that are entirely focused on race. They live and breathe racism. They look for racism. They look for racism in everything. They want you to believe that America is a fundamentally racist country. They want you to believe that it's in our DNA. They want you to believe that this country is systemically racist, that the idea of America is systemically racist. I know you've heard that term thrown around a lot, I'm sure, in politics, in media, and in culture. They want you to believe that because the American system, i.e. the Constitution, and the very idea of America is fundamentally racist, that it must be thrown in the garbage can. And it must be replaced. By what? What would it be replaced with, my friends? With communism, with big government. Why are they doing this? It all goes back to the fact that you can't divide Americans by class here. It's very difficult to do that. Why? Because the American system and free market capitalism, which built this country, has created more success and more wealth than in any other place in the world. And the world is better off for it. And they know this. But what do they want to do? They want to push communism. They want to push bigger government. And they know, since they can't have class warfare, they can try to push it through means of race. They want you to believe that white people are the enemy if you're a minority. They want you to believe that Whitey's got his thumb on your neck. And that because the system was created by white men, that there's no way a minority can get ahead. And they want you to believe, if you're white, that black people are the enemy, that they're responsible for crime, that they're responsible for all these societal ills if they're a minority, be they black, Latino, what have you, doesn't matter. But they want us divided among racial lines so they can come in and say, okay, since America is systemically racist, since it is in our DNA, we must abolish it. We must do away with it, and we know what is better for the American people. Let me ask you something. If America was fundamentally racist, then why was our founding document before the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, why were the first words, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal and endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness"? Why? Why would Thomas Jefferson make such a bold statement that all men are created equal before God if we were a fundamentally racist nation? I have seen an original draft of the Declaration of Independence. I know that many of the founders of this country wanted to abolish slavery from the outset, but couldn't do it because they needed unanimous consent to do so. But we fought a war, a civil war, a bloody civil war to free black people in this country. And we had a civil rights movement, which did result in bloodshed, a peaceful civil rights movement, mind you, peaceful resistance, that eventually won the day and delivered on that sacred promise that Thomas Jefferson made some 200 years beforehand, that all men are created equal. And why? If America was fundamentally racist, why would Martin Luther King, one of the most influential figures of that same civil rights movement, refer to the Declaration of Independence as a great promissory note that they were coming to deliver on, that they were collecting what was due to them, because he knew what Jefferson meant? Yes, it has taken us a while, but they want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. They want to divide you among racial lines. They want you to think, if you're a minority, that because my skin is lighter than yours, that I am your enemy. I am not. I stand up for the rights of all men, and I believe in the ideas that built this country. And I see through what they're trying to do. They want to push bigger government on us all. They want to do away with the system that has created more wealth and more prosperity than any other nation on the face of the planet. And they want to use race to do it. Don't fall for it. If America loses its light, then the world will go dark. That is why, my friends, that is why we are a light, because of the ideas that we are founded on. Now, we've not always lived up to those ideas. We do have a few warts on our noses. But people refuse to see the good. They want you to focus on the bad. They want you to think that we're evil. Why? So they can divide us and conquer. Christ said himself that a kingdom divided against itself, a house divided, cannot stand. Stand up for your brother. Realize the promise of America and work every day through whatever means necessary, whatever means you can, to help deliver on that sacred promise that all men are created equal. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.